almost double the size.
Yeah, I didn't know.
This room is double rainbow. Double rainbow?
All the way!
So intense.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Well, I'm ready when you guys are.
Let's take the first question.
All right, well, I had plenty of other questions, but just watching you guys on the channel there, I thought that maybe I should ask, how do you guys get anything done?
Good question.
It's hard being the only adult on the show.
I love her.
Nathan,
That's me.
you really are ruggedly handsome. I was just wondering if we were going to find out more about either Kate or Rick's childhood. Are we going to see them as kids or teenagers or?
Ooh, that'd be cool, like having a... Ooh, what if we had an episode where we kind of go to a flashback and like they met once as kids but don't remember it? Right, pulling some pigtails on a playground. Kate, stop pulling my pigtails.
So you guys see all these bodies and this blood and all this stuff. Do you guys ever get squeamish at looking at some of the stuff that the prop people have made up?
No, I actually flirt with the guys that are laying on the slab. Every time I'm like, hey, how you doing? It's just syrup, so it's good.
Up to us and say that they want to be dead bodies in the show, but it's actually a hard gig. You got to lie on the cold table, you got to have that thing under your neck, and you got to lie still.
Yep.
And then when it's time for a take, it's like, okay, and I'll hold your breath. And then we go through the take, and inevitably somebody forgets to tell them to breathe. And they actually
The majority of our dead people are stunt people. We actually hire a stunt person to play because some of the way that they're found, it's compromising situations. They're hanging from fire escapes.
They're in manholes in cities with cockroaches crawling over them and dribbling onto their heads.
Or the one where the woman was hanging in the girders, and it was December, and we were watering her down in between takes because she's supposed to be melting.
She was freezing.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun in December.
That's December in LA. It's not like... But you know, had a good time. Tom Bergeron had a really good time in the body. He really dug it. He had fun.
My question is, when you were writing the show for specific episodes, do you plan on filming more than 1 or 2 days because of all the antics and shenanigans that go on with the cast and crew?
No, we actually have a pretty rigorous schedule. It's 8 days for every episode, and there's a point in the season where we have a story being broken, one on the board, one being written, one in pre-production, one in production, and one in post-production. And the train just have to keep running. So, these guys are really great. They have a lot of fun, but when it's time for action, they're always there. They're always ready. It's one of the best casts I've worked with.
My question is more for Sana, but anyone can answer it. I was wondering what makes why do you think it's important to have a character like Beckett on television? Because I think she's truly unique and you don't see a lot of people like her all the time.
How do you feel she's unique?
Well, she's flawed, but she loves her job, and it's just, I think it has to do with all the character development that Andrew put in and what you bring to it. And I'm just wondering why you think someone like her needs to be on television, because you don't see the flawed girl who grew up rough and, she's doing something and maybe not living up to what she could have been had her mom not died, things like that.
Yeah, I think she's kind of got a little bit of a female superhero quality, which is really neat, you know, to have on television. So definitely there's realism. She's not just your standard kind of detective. She's got a wild side that we keep exploring. She's got a real sensitive kind of naive side as well, which is beautiful. So there's more complexity, I think, to her than your average female detective person.
What Stana and I talked about with the character is that we wanted to create a female character that was a little bit post-feminist, so the issue wasn't proving herself in a man's world inside the station. She just is, and it's about her doing the best possible job that she can do. And I think Stana has played that really beautifully.
Nathan, since you and Neil Patrick Harris have such a great chemistry of hating each other for Dr. Horrible, I was wondering if you were going to be able to get Neil to come on and be a nemesis for Castle.
The only thing holding Neil back, really, is his talent. He's got so much that, first of all, he's full of himself. And he knows it. But it keeps him really, really busy. So you'll call him up and say, hey, I was just calling to see if maybe you would be ever interested in doing an episode of, I can't stop now, I gotta rehearse for the Oscars. Right, I'll call you later. But what's your name?
Leah.
Leah, I love your shirt. I want to give you something. This here's a little double rainbow maker.
Hold on.
With your permission, I think we should issue the Neil Patrick Harris challenge. I think he's scared to come on the show because of your level of talent. We will write a role for him.
I second that challenge. I think a good way for Neil to find out is on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. Maybe for the musical episode. I think it'd be really cool to kill him, but okay. I am.
You're better than Neil. I am, you know.
Right. Some might say too modest. Full on.
Do you think we're going to see more conflict in Alexis and her dad's relationship as she tries to gain more independence and learn who she is and makes mistakes?
Well,
Answer the question, Molly.
I think there's a conflict between Molly and Nathan's relationship.
You said enough.
I think Alexis, you know, she respects her dad. I think he respects her. I really don't think that there's going to be much conflict. I really don't see it. Because if I want to do something, I'll just do it behind his back. I mean, think about it. Every time he has like a girlfriend over or anything, he always gets Alexis to go away, like hiking or camping, Princeton, all those type of things. Well, if Alexis has a boyfriend, couldn't she just do it when he's at the precinct? Or, you suggestions. You know, Alexis, she's growing up, and we'll see she's going to make mistakes. But her dad has a good handle on her, and he'll put her in her place if she gets too out there.
And we feel Castle's growing up too, and he's bound to make some mistakes. So
They're learning together.
Andrew, I'd like to quickly ask, what about Martha and Chet? Are we going to ever meet Chet, the off-camera boyfriend?
We will watch the first couple episodes.
Oh, okay.
That was the next question. Come on up. I want you to get this. Oh, that was someone else? Who asked that question? I want you to have this. It's my Sci-Fi Entertainment Weekly party wristband from last night. It might smell like mojito. That's for you right there.
At the very least, you should sign it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, just